Hey there, I am still here sitting at the Y. I drank my Energize, right? But I decided to do the video now about stress and how to deal with it rather than wait and get caught up in my day, because this is really, really important. So I'm gonna let my Energize kind of sink in, and you might see me get a little hyper in a few minutes. But anyway, I want to do this quick, and I want to try to limit it to like 3 or 4 minutes. But I'm gonna get personal here. Okay, I don't tell this story very often, but this goes back like 10 years to where there was a time when I dealt with a layoff, divorce, major death in the family, major life stresses, and all at once, like within like a 6-month period, and I did not handle them well, and I ended up going out of work on disability and into a day treatment, counseling, psychiatric type program to deal with my issues. I was on several different types of medication. And I think I do need to talk about this more, because it's really important what I learned in my journey through this. I used to be very ashamed of this, and now I'm actually very proud of this time in my life, because what I did wrong and what I would recommend that others do, learning from my mistake, is that when you suffer these stressful events, you suffer a loss, you go through a layoff, or a family member, something happens to them, you cannot lose sight of yourself, okay? You need to ask for help. You need to be open and honest with people. I just pretended like it didn't happen, and I went about my day, and I went about work, and hi, and like it wasn't happening, and I didn't deal with my emotions. You have to deal with your emotions, and you have to talk about them, not drown in them, and you have to ask for help. I didn't do that, and eventually I just cracked. The other thing you have to do is remember to take care of yourself. And now I'm not saying, like, let's say there is some major thing going on with a family member, or you are laid off, and your focus obviously has to be your home and your finances, right? But you still need to find, even if it's 10 minutes, to go sit in the corner and meditate. Say a prayer and find what's thankful in your life. Go for a walk. Like right now, I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you can see. Look at how blue the sky is, and look at how green the tree leaves are, and there's flowers up at the front by the YMCA that are just beautiful. I don't know if you can see any of that, but that's what you have to remember to do when you're going through a tough time, is stop and just say, you know what, life is still going on, and I'm going to deal with it. But I have to remember that there's still beauty around me. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Be thankful for what you still have. And don't forget what makes you, you. And that's the other thing that I did, that I forgot the things that I did that I enjoyed, that made me me. I stopped working out. I stopped reading books. So pick up a book before you go to sleep, if that's the thing that you do. That's what I stopped doing. Even if it's a chapter and you can't focus on it, go back and reread the chapter. Remember to do the things that make you, you. Don't lose sight of it. It's not to say you're taking away from the issue that's causing you stress or what's going on in your life, but you're still taking time to take care of yourself, because guess what? When I didn't do these things, I was no good to anyone. I couldn't perform my job at work, and I had to be removed. Okay? And medication wasn't the way to go for me. I don't know about other people's situation. I know on a short term it helped, and then it just caused all sorts of side effects. Had I just dealt with the issue, had I let people know I was hurting, had I reached out to some friends and said, can you just come over and sit with me? I didn't want to be alone. And look, I'm going to get teary-eyed right now because I just go back to that time. I wish I had let people know what I was going through and just dealt with it and dealt with the pain. You have to go through the pain in order to heal. I hope that helps answer that question about how you deal with that stress when you go through something that just bam and it hits you. Deal with it. Face it head on. Don't ignore it. I hope that helps. Now I went over, I said 3 or 4 minutes and it's 5, but that was such an awful place that I was in my history, and I just hope others can learn from it. And listen, if anyone wants to hear more about it or you want to talk about it, I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you and talk more about it and what I learned. I spent 6 weeks on disability for this, and I was in this inpatient or a day treatment thing, and learned so many things to get myself back to who I am today. So I hope you can learn from me. Okay, talk to you again soon. Bye.